14. He's stepping up to the podium now to address the media.
Times is used in the form of it best used, or the lack thereof, when you need it the most. And people don't talk about as much the habits, the character, the togetherness, the competitive response, the things we talk about in these media sessions every single day. And this team has now been pretty damn consistent for a long time, for over 100 games for the most part. And so I'll take those things with the experience that we've gone through when you want to look back in terms of how we started the year, how we got to the Cup on the road versus Denver and LA, what we did in the Cup, playing these guys around Christmas time a few times, expectations. We've played in 3 playoff series without Victor, without Fox, multiple games. I don't know who has as much experience as we do this year in the season of 2025-2026.
Coach, congratulations.
Thank you.
First question, just Wemby's emotions afterwards. And second question, championing just his story, what he's been able to do, how big a boost he was in this game and has been for you guys.
Yeah, he has such a vision, in my opinion, of who he wants to be as a person and as a player, and the commitment and investment that he puts into that vision is nothing like I've ever seen before. And I think we've seen a few moments where his emotions probably, in my opinion, again, meet all the things that he's putting into for these achievements and accomplishments and milestones and goals of his. In terms of championing his cause and his journey, I thought in the first half he floated a little too much at times, and we needed him to be demonstrative. We needed him to play with strength. We needed him to bring his will more than his talent. And it's hard for these young guys who have never been in this spot. So there is the experience thing, and I understand that they're learning on the fly what it takes. But I think the second half, we doubled down and invested on leaning into willing our plays to execution and to completion and not our talent. And when we did that appropriately, we still had enough talent when needed to make the appropriate plays.
Coach,
Julian? I'm sorry, what was the question about Julian?
Just how big of a boost has he?
Oh, I didn't hear you say Julian. I'm sorry. Julian has been phenomenal. He's had games where he's missed shots and he's had double-digit rebounds. His spacing causes gravity whether he makes shots or not. And at times when we haven't scored, he's made huge shots. He's been an absolute unsung hero because some of those other guys have the basketball in their hands more, and they're probably a part of maybe more highlights other than making threes. And Julian's been an integral part of our team defense, team rebounding, and all that leads to us playing fast, which is our best version of our offense. And when he's the recipient of it, he usually makes it, but he's been absolutely phenomenal.
Coach, you had 7 guys in double figures tonight. Even Luke Cornett had like the 6 biggest minutes of his career. What was it like for you as a coach to see the contributions up and down the roster, and how much pride does that fill you with as a coach to see the total team effort tonight?
Yeah, I mean, the biggest play of the game might have been Luke Cornett's block. So when you start peeling back the layers of how many minutes this guy or what the box score did, obviously we had a lot of guys step up and make shots tonight, which we needed with the variety of people who had double-digit points. But it was a complete team effort, and we had huge, huge moments. Keldon Johnson made 2 monster threes. The rebounding was big. The first half we were giving way too many extra opportunities on the glass when we actually did a decent job defensively. And it's been the same thing all year. It's different people's nights and different people's moments at different times, and they've all embraced that.
Mitch, Victor's relationship to pressure is something I think we're all learning about in these moments. You've talked about how he steps into it in almost in a way that you've never quite experienced. How did you see him handle the pressure of the foul trouble late in the game tonight? And particularly, how did that moment where he goes out, Luke comes in and basically plays like Victor for a couple possessions to save the game, and then how did Victor handle it from there?
Yeah, I think, worrying about fouling out. And I thought he did a great job the whole night of continuing to adjust and raise his level in terms of your question about the pressure in the moment. And I thought he got stronger and more demonstrative as the game went on.
And then to win a 7-game series.
All right, so this is probably a good omen for Mitch Johnson and the Spurs. Birthday boys in Game 7s are undefeated. And guess what? Harrison Barnes turned 34 today, and the birthday boy is here with us. Yeah, he's already done this before, actually. When you turned 24, you won in 2016. No big deal. First of all, happy birthday. Congratulations. How does it feel to be headed to the NBA Finals with your Spurs?
It feels great. It feels great. I'm just so happy for this group, the connectivity that we've shown. Everyone's talking about experience coming into the playoffs for us, and I think every single time this group has just continued to meet the standards. So I couldn't be more happy.
Winning championship, being around that championship DNA in Golden State, what did you bring to this young locker room? Obviously, the organization is a championship organization, but it's a young roster, and you came in with championship DNA. What did you bring to those guys?
I think it just our experience. You know, we had a dinner last night, and guys were just asking questions, and myself and Luke Cornett were just sharing experiences of deep playoff runs, what it means to be in a Game 7, what it means to try to get to the finals. And I'm just, like I said, just so proud of the guys stepping up, embracing that moment. This is their first experience being in an elimination game, being in a Game 7, and being able to deliver.
What'd you say?
I told them to take it each possession at a time, whether we go up 10, whether we're down 10, don't get away from what we're doing. How we got here was by purpose. It was for a reason, and we deserve to be here, and we deserve to win if we play the right way.
When you talk about veteran leadership, you are probably at the top of the league when it comes to that, and being a great teammate. But in a Game 7, on the road against the former champs, what are you saying to yourself as far as being prepared? But what are you saying to somebody like a Dylan Harper who's never been in a situation like this, but understand that he have a lot to carry on his shoulders?
Breathe.
That's good advice.
Get out of your mind.
That's good advice.
Get out of your mind and get into your body. You know, with Steph, with Dylan, you know, they play with so much passion. And it can be easy to try to get sped up in those moments because you want to win. You want to do the right thing, right? But how do you just relax, stay poised, continue to run the team, continue to be steady, and just deliver those plays?
First of all, you are a Tar Heel, so Tar Heel's in the building.
Yes, sir.
Great day to be a Tar Heel. But we saw you sitting.
Is it?
Is it?
It is.
Always.
A few of us here. We saw you sitting on the bench, Game 6, talking to Wemby, and you know that's you can clearly see you're in preparation for Game 7. What were you saying to him? What were you kind of getting him prepared for? You know, in the early stages of preparation for Game 7.
Man, Vic is our leader. That's our guy. And I was simply telling him we go as he goes. His disposition, his demeanor, how he approaches the game, his poise, what he says in the locker room, guys feed off that. So if you come in too high, if you come in too low, guys are going to respond to that. So it was on him to respond in the way he did, and I thought he did a phenomenal job with that all series, but especially coming into tonight.
Well, we appreciate you joining us, birthday boy.
Yeah,
Did you know that
was
trend or the
surprise.
streak existed? Did you know that?
Because Wemby knew.
Yeah, he did. No, he really did.
No, I appreciate that. That was a great birthday present he gave me. But, I mean, some of the guys talking about it shoot around, but
okay.
it was good that we were able to get it done.
Okay, you get some cake or something? What happened?
I mean, they better have some on the plane.
They better have
I mean,
some.
He gotta go cut the
Okay.
tape. He gotta go cut the tape off, man.
I had to see the family. I had to do all that.
Uniform on.
Hey,
Go shower,
Get
man.
to the locker room.
Win the championship. Get on the plane just like that, fam.
I'm bagging it up. You know, the NBA try to steal it. Oh,
Yeah, you.
I'm taking my stuff with me.
Yes, Mike, excuse us. Thank
not
you.
cutting that jersey.
We're not going to let you get in trouble on NBA Showtime. Harrison Barnes joining the show. Appreciate it.
We'll find that in the card.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Harrison Barnes, he is the birthday boy, and the best present has just been delivered because his Spurs were able to defeat the Thunder 111-103. So them winning guarantees us that we will have a new NBA champion for the 8th straight season. You can take a look at what the last 7 NBA champions did, and obviously the Thunder losing in the Western Conference Finals to the Spurs. All right, let's go into the locker room and check in with OKC's Chet Holmgren.
I know you tend to sort of put the team first, and we have seen emotion from you at different points. But there's times where, like, Wemby is like bumping you on the way to the huddle. Like, there were times he clearly tried you. But did you feel at any point that you almost went out of your way to like not make it about you and him, like almost to a degree you hadn't before?
I mean, at the end of the day, it's always us trying to win the basketball game. You know, us as a collective, the Thunder team trying to win the basketball game. and that's what it's always going to be.
For you guys, moving forward, who knows what will happen? Like, you guys are both young teams. San Antonio's a young team. They're in the same conference. You're going to play a lot, potentially. How much will you use this series specifically as you kind of evaluate what you need to do, what you need to get better at, how you can improve?
I mean, a lot. You can always learn from the tape, good or bad, and it hurts a lot more, stings a lot more when it culminates in a loss, obviously. So there's no kind of running from improvement. I always look at it as no matter what, good, bad, win, loss, whatever it might be, you have to continue to improve. So that's the mindset.
Just 4 points, 4 rebounds for Chet Holmgren in this game. T-Mac, this is apparently the all-McGrady former team finals.
I cannot believe my guy Dunk put this up there.
Why did y'all all have that one little strip?
No, that's the wax museum, like the Tucson wax museum.
Is that AI? Or you cut it like
that's
that?
That's not a real photo. It's not a real photo on the left with the Knicks jersey. I was in wax museum right
Yeah, that was a wax museum.
Yeah, that wasn't real. But I might win the championship with one of my former teams. Not T-Mac, but that was Tracy in those uniforms.
Okay.
Obviously.
So who's Tracy going for?
Yeah.
Whoever wins.
Yes. Okay. Obviously that makes sense. Well, now that we actually know who's going to be in the final.